streaming? Yes. It is it is finally Sunday, and so happy Sunday to you guys, and thank you for joining me and Kyrylo, my lovely co-host. Such a week. It's good to be back.
Yeah, I also feel like I had a busy week.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
Even though I had the entire week basically off and just studying, but yeah.
Yeah, so, man. This week, holy, there have been some stuffs going on.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, I see the beard is going strong.
Oh my god, yes. I'm going to do grooming after the stream.
Yeah.
Before work.
Yeah, there's some friends in US calling me also the Estonian Viking with the beard. So it's I feel like you're getting also into the very Estonian Viking beard thing. So
yeah.
Also, so if you have no idea what you're tuned into right here, this is TekTok, so technology talk. We're gonna talk about technology, but first, I'm gonna flex you on. I'm gonna flex on you a little bit here. Wait, okay. Can I? Energy drink flex.
What is that? It's that company.
Yeah, you know it? I don't know where the...
Rocco?
Nocco, yeah.
Nocco, yeah.
Yeah, no carbs company. So, I don't know. These are, okay, for those of you who consume these things, the Nocco specifically, these are some flavors that you have probably never seen in Estonia. And these are from Finland, I believe. Yeah, I got my hands on some of those. So, yeah, I don't know what company ever does your energy drink Legend Soda. What the hell is this? Okay, and Melon Crush, Raspberry Blast, and your absolute favorite, Cola.
Oh no.
Yes.
Oh my god, that sounds horrible. Well, they are all self-explanatory except for the Legend Soda.
Yeah, Legend Soda.
Exactly that's supposed to mean. But
what the hell is this? I'm guessing it's just probably a soda taste, right? I don't know. When it says soda on it, so
it's just sweet and doesn't have a taste?
Yeah.
I suppose, yeah.
I suppose. So yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to crack one open just on stream. So this is my energy drink flex on you for the day.
I don't particularly enjoy this company. I know that they're supposed to have the healthier version of what you normally drink, but the taste. I only tried one variety, and I don't exactly remember what it was. That tasted okay.
Yeah, I know.
I have the same relationship with other ones, like Monster. I cannot even. Yeah. There's only one specific flavor that tastes okay, and all the other ones are complete garbage. The only energy drinks that I can tolerate is a Red Bull, just a classical one without any flavorings, and this one that I have right now, Burn.
Yeah, the original one.
Yeah. Also, the normal flavor.
I see.
Whatever it is, I don't know. It doesn't taste like anything.
Yeah.
It tastes similar to Red Bull, actually.
Yeah.
Sort of.
To be clear, I'm not a fan of Nocco. These are just special because they're not sold in this country, so that's why I don't know. But yeah, the no sugar, Melissa drinks Noccos a lot, so yeah, that's why I got them. So.
So describe taste. Wait, which one was that? Which flavor?
The Legend Soda.
Okay. So what does it taste like?
Yeah, it doesn't. It tastes like boring soda, basically. It's not even fizzy so much. It's more more flat, which is kind of weird. But I don't know. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I was these are all only drinkable to me because they're cold, and I kept them cold before the stream, and that's why I can even drink them. Without the cold, without being them chilled, I cannot even drink them because the
I
nose
feel like this applies to all sorts of like soft drinks.
with no sugar. I'm not a fan of the no sugar anything.
Yeah.
Nope. The aftertaste is so strong to me, and Melissa doesn't even notice anymore. So yeah, she's completely used to it. But yeah, that's. By the way, are we live? I cannot see anything because.
Yeah, we are.
Oh yeah,
I have it on my.
Why can
my
I?
legendary setup.
Why can't?
The power of the M1 MacBook Air.
Oh, very nice. That's very nice. Come on. Why isn't it showing up on here? Anyway. Yes. So, Noko, not sponsored again, and but yeah, just my.
Well, we already said that we don't like them.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, exactly. So.
Not gonna be sponsored in the future.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll retract our statement.
Yeah.
We'll edit it out.
But
okay.
Yeah,
what else happened with you in the week?
Oh man, yeah, I don't know, some hustling stuff, but mostly, yeah, I got an iPad 3.
Okay.
For no money, because the battery is completely dead, but I managed to revive it somehow. But yeah, it's behind me, but yeah, it's just an old iPad. But yeah, I can get make some money out of it probably. So we'll see. I don't know. Yeah, some weird hustling during the weeks, some computer parts and stuff. But yeah, nothing like too exciting. But yeah, mostly my mom had a birthday, so getting her some presents and stuff. And
happy birthday to her.
Yeah, sweet 60s. I guess.
Yes.
All right. How about you? How about yourself? What's been going on?
My week. Let's see.
Yes.
I was the whole week was I had off. I was on the student leave thing that you can take to study.
Yeah.
So I'm writing my thesis. It's a lot. I'm starting to have a feeling that there was a much easier way for me to write my thesis than what I'm doing. Because the amount of shit that I am like, how do I say it, using in my thesis, the amount of theory is just a lot. And it's also a lot. Like it's all very dense theory and like very abstract theory. So I feel like I could have gone with the easier route. And I hope it's just gonna pay off in the end because, like, so it's 1 p.m. I've been more or less working since 9, so not even that long. 3 hours, 3.5, and my head is already like the size of a stadium.
How's the L-theanine helping, or is it helping at all?
Yeah. So I now use it pretty much every day for coffee, as you suggested. Although, as I understand, you can add it in other things. But yeah, it's my morning coffee because I pretty much do most of my thesis work in the morning. So I drink it with coffee, and yeah, it works as you sort of said. It is very subtle. It doesn't it's not like a shot of whatever energy or anything like that. It just kind of helps me not get distracted by a million things that you can get distracted by. Because, when you are writing something, when you are working on something, anything is more interesting than what you are doing in the moment.
Yeah, exactly. Anything. Yeah, exactly.
Anything. And like if you are doing your work on a computer, there's like an infinite number of things you can be distracted by.
Exactly.
So I'm trying to teach myself to stay focused, and also, I maybe it doesn't work. Maybe I'm just like imagining.
Yeah. That's what I'm also struggling to perceive. Is it a placebo a little bit, maybe, or who knows? But yeah, I don't know. I feel
I also don't know, but I feel like
But the
there's
feeling, yeah, you get the same feeling basically. It even if it's placebo, it helps a little bit.
I guess
So
whatever makes you, whatever works.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know, and as I understand, it doesn't have any like adverse effects on your health. So
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
you can try snorting it. I guess maybe it's gonna have a
yeah,
bigger shot of energy.
yeah.
It's very that consistency, very that.
Directly to the bloodstream. Yeah,
Bypassing like the digestive system.
yeah, exactly.
So what else? Studying. So tomorrow I'm going back to work. So next week I'm working, and then the next week after that I also have this kind of like study leave because I have a deadline coming.
All right. So for those of you who we're gonna get into Kyrylo's big purchase this week because he got something, the final piece.
Very rare, as I understand.
Very rare. I haven't seen one in person, so I don't know. So, but
I can confirm it exists.
Yes, the Exodia, the final piece.
I also applied for a new job.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. What's
just randomly? I was looking through TekTok.
Yeah, TekTok. Nice.
And I applied for the same position of a sous chef, but in a sushi restaurant, in like Japanese style restaurant.
Nice. Okay.
And they already replied. They said that they are interested. They just need to know if I would be able to interact with clients if needed.
In Japanese.
In Japanese, yes, of course. In Estonian, because apparently, I don't know why, but a lot of Estonian people order food by phone, which I also experience. Like by phone, I mean by calling.
Yep.
Which we experience all the time also in my work right now, so I can confirm that happens. And I always get like, why? Like, this is the least convenient way to order food.
I mean, if you... Okay, to be fair, the online systems, they usually don't like let any kind of like special orders. They're not set up to remove those two things and add those one thing or something like that.
True.
So yeah, so you can on the phone you you can add the comment, but not everybody looks at the comments, so it's like just to make like double sure that you get the right thing. So
I sent them an email, and it was Sunday, Friday, so they haven't replied yet. But I mean, I'm already working as a sous chef, so I probably know most of the things that I need to know, so I can focus on learning some Estonian stuff to like talk to people over the phone, which is like
tere, minu nimi on Kyrylo. Yeah, okay. All right.
So yeah, so we'll see how that goes. And it's also higher salary, so nice.
Very nice. So, and from Indian to Japanese. Very nice, very nice.
Also less frying, less spices, better for my health, I guess, also because I have this allergy to something, I don't know what, that makes me like cough at work, so I don't really know what it is. I assume some kind of spice has to be, but...
Okay, weird. Anyway, so, technology, right? That's what we're here for. So...
Allegedly, yeah.
Super awesome transition. 3, 2, 1. Yes. Oh, crap. Wrong tab. Okay, right tab. Yes. Oh, the jankiness never stops in this show. So, LG. Oh, man. LG killed off their phone division. Yeah, so, by the way, did you have any LG phones?
Yes.
In your life?
I did.
You did?
I did. My very first smartphone, I think. I want to think that it was my very first smartphone. It was called LG Prada. It was made in cooperation with Prada. I imagine it was just a normal S kind of smartphone, but like a very, very early smartphone that wasn't even running, Android. As like Nowadays, it was the time when like Nokia had their own kind of like operating system, and like everybody was trying different things.
Yeah.
Yes, it was a phone.
It was a phone. All right.
It was a kind of crazy for what it was, because it was all touch screen. It had like I think one button, and it was relatively responsive, sort of. So it was it worked.
Damn.
But I mean, as far as OG phones go, this one was quite standard. Like it was just a phone.
Yeah, right before the iPhone, a couple of months before, the 22nd of March, 2017, 2007. So yeah.
Have you ever had an LG phone?
No.
That is
yeah,
that is not
no.
surprising.
Which is, I had a Siemens, I had a Samsung, I had a, never an LG phone. I don't.
I don't think it's that surprising. I mean, they have never been like a major kind of manufacturer.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Have you seen the Marquez's video of on YouTube? Why LG basically died? Have you seen the video?
I haven't seen that video.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, he points out some why LG basically died, and why they decided to. The phone market, basically it comes down to the competitiveness of the phone market. So it's like hyper competitive right now. So every kind of Chinese brand, and by the way, if you didn't know, LG is a South Korean brand. So but not that anything changes for them.
As is Samsung.
Yeah, as is Samsung. LG and Samsung, are one of the top. LG is still like absolutely massive, and they are doing very well in.
Yeah, it is kind of similar
other
to
markets.
like Sony, perhaps. Like Sony make a few phones per year, and nobody really wants them or buys them.
Yeah.
But they have also a lot of other things that they have going on for
Yeah,
them,
exactly. So it's like
cameras and TVs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah,
But
I don't think that LG needs to make phones
yeah,
to be like a successful company.
they have. And Marquez's video was also about the innovations that LG brought to the phone sector, basically, which were they were some really interesting and good ideas that we are right now using on any phone pretty much. But yeah, of course, there were some bad ones also. So yeah, but the latest, this thing, you remember this thing, LG Wing? Yeah,
I've seen that one. Not like personally, but yeah.
But holy, that was the pinnacle of like, okay, we're gonna just experiment the fuck out of the phone market.
I'm so confused by that phone.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, oh man, I don't know. Yeah, the bottom line is LG is doing fine, and LG will dominate pretty much the markets in other areas, but not in phones anymore. So,
but they had a very small market share. So, how do you like grow from there?
Yeah,
it's such a tight market in smartphone world.
Oh yeah,
you have a new Chinese brand emerging every year. You have already established brands, even if you don't like include Apple into that, like just the Android phones.
Yeah.
It's like brutal.
Yeah, and but still, this means less competition and less experimenting with stuff. So it's kind of a loss for the whole.
I suppose.
So yeah, who's Who's the next experimenting phone company? I guess.
Well, thankfully now everybody is going crazy about folding phones, so kind of everybody is experimenting in a way.
Yeah.
It's just like we have to wait and see which company will be the one that actually gets it right.
Yeah.
Speaking of, it's not on the dock, but did you see the patent
I
that Apple filed for foldable iPhone?
I did.
Oh my god, I shit you not. There is no documentation to confirm this, but this was literally the same idea that I had for a foldable iPhone.
Really? So the way it falls, or
pretty much, yes, because I was like, because Microsoft, what is it called? Surface Duo? It's definitely wasn't the phone that I was like, okay, well, they are the closest to making a foldable phone, but it's just not a good phone. So I was like, they need to figure out a way to make it separate displays that will somehow do something in the center to make it look seamless. We are referring to a patent where basically foldable, device, iPhone, I imagine, foldable iPhone that will have two separate displays that will unfold in the same way as Microsoft Surface Duo. But when they unfold, those displays will magnetically attach to each other to make it like seamless. So there wouldn't be like this huge kind of like thing in the center where they connect, where the hinge is.
Yeah, honestly, if in case you are not familiar with the Microsoft Surface Duel, hardware, amazing. Software, piece of crap.
Even hardware, like, it's not a flagship phone. It has a very small battery.
Yeah, I mean the hardware in terms of like the materials and the hinge, basically.
Everything related to like the foldable aspect of it. Excellent.
Absolutely the best one, pretty much. According to tech YouTubers, pretty much. But yeah, this with an amazing software, yes, please. Honestly.
Amazing software, and there's still a more elegant solution to the folding process.
Yeah.
I don't think foldables need to be completely seamless. I wouldn't mind to have a slight kind of like...
I'm in the same camp as you. Yeah, I don't...
Because for me, like, foldable device would be like for multitasking purposes.
Yep.
And it would be even more like visually like make more sense if you have some kind of separation between displays.
Yeah.
But sure, if you want to like make them seamless, then you have to. I don't like the Galaxy Fold style. It feels so inefficient having two displays.
Yeah.
You know, the one that's on the front and the one that's on the back. And it's just so much wasted materials.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I think it's gonna be. It's gonna be the same way as it always is. Apple are gonna release a foldable iPhone like maybe 2 years from now or 3 years from now, and it's gonna be like, you know, up to Apple's standards of quality.
Yep.
It's gonna be like probably good, very expensive.
Yeah.
And then after that, everybody's gonna start like making similar style devices.
Yeah.
Anyway, we went off on a tangent.
No worries. So let's go. Yeah. Speaking of Apple.
So
the M1. M1 can be upgraded with RAM and SSD storage. What? So yeah.
Right. Interesting.
Yeah. So yeah. By the way, did you know also that they have been doing also the same thing basically with iPhones in China?
What do you mean? Upgrading?
Yes.
Upgrading internals?
Yes.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, so the Chinese, oh man, I have watched videos where they solder off like this. The motherboard or the logic board of the iPhone is like this tiny. So it's like you really have to get like a good microscope and everything. So it's like...
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely not like, what's the word? It can probably be performed by just like a normal person at home.
Yeah.
Like it has to be done by
oh man, you have to have some specific tools that you bought basically. But yeah, it's the same basically, the same idea. I'm oversimplifying it, but you solder off the chip that contains the memory, and you basically solder on a new chip that contains more memory. So, and you have to include you have to program the firmware. You have to get this firmware and the software on it also. So it's a whole process.
It's a lot more than just like putting an extra RAM stick into your
but
PC.
but the good thing about Mac, I guess, it's like the components are way bigger, of course. So it's like compared to an iPhone, I mean, and it shows up as 16 gigs of RAM if you're upgrading from an 8 gig. So which is like, wow, okay,
Right.
No software locks, I guess, yet. Maybe?
That seems interesting.
Yeah, which is really, really interesting. So yeah, of course, in case you're wondering, this will definitely void your warranties and stuff. So yeah, but yeah.
Also, it's unclear if this can actually be performed by like a normal person.
Yeah, normal.
Still sounds like something that you need like a technician for.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So you can upgrade, but
yeah, but you have to have the tools, and you have to be willing if the Mac will completely brick. So yeah. But yeah. So yeah, just wanted to mention that basically. So speaking of upgrading phones, I guess. Oh man, or not really. Lenovo's Legion Phone Duel 2 has 2 cooling fans on it. Oh my god!
I love the names of phones.
Duel.
I feel like there's certainly this marketing department. They have so much fun with this.
Yeah.
Like why?
Yeah. Oh man, they just straight up went gamer. Straight gamer, dude. Have you seen the videos of it? Of this phone? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The I don't know, which is more crazy, the selfie camera for streaming right from the phone to your Switch or YouTube, whatever, or the fact that it comes with 2 USB-C two USB-C charging ports.
So or the fact that it comes with an actual fan.
Yeah, or an actual fan in the actual phone, but like this is what the hell is going even on? Like
it's crazy, it's wild.
Did you see the phone with 2 charging cables attached to it? Like
no, I've never seen that. Is it the first one? It has to be somebody who did it first, right?
Maybe I don't know.
Or could this be the one? Could this be the first phone?
Yeah, and the
wild.
And
so
Lenovo.
one is attached normally at the bottom, and the other one is on the left side.
Yeah, which is
so. Yeah.
And you get faster charging when it's like turbocharge. Yeah, so it's like turbocharging with 2 lightning bolts and stuff. So it's like, what the hell? So yeah, Marquez did a video again about it, and Linus also. So they were like, it's kind of weird and satisfying to put like 2 lightning cables into a phone. So it's like,
in the world where everybody is going toward not having charging ports on phones and charging through whatever magnetically attached chargers or wireless charging,
we're gonna put 2.
Just put two chargers, 2 ports.
Yeah,
wild. And it's also somehow supposed to be water resistant.
Yeah,
with a fan. I don't understand. This is some alien technology.
This is some Legion technology right now, and Legion, like this is Lenovo that we're talking about here.
I think Legion, I could be wrong, but I think it's their like gaming division.
Yeah, it is
where they make laptops and things like that.
Yeah, Lenovo's Legion brand. Yeah, they make some PC like tower PCs even. Some gaming ones.
Yeah, wild. Well, definitely design is a lot. I don't know if I would use a phone like that.
Yeah, 18 gigs of RAM.
full like RGB thing at the back that
Yeah.
you can program to your liking.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
2 fans, as I understand, also not like the one that is
Yep.
like at the very like back of the phone and also
Mhm.
like on the sides. Wild, but also like a good phone, as I understand.
Yeah, because the top of the line chip, the 888 Snapdragon 888, so that's like top of the line pretty much right now.
Oh yeah, I mean, why
Man,
wouldn't it be?
the Lenovo's Z UI, I have never used the Z UI, but don't know. But
What are you referring to?
the software that it's running.
The thing,
The Android version of Lenovo.
Yeah, I've never used a Lenovo phone either. I've never used a Lenovo anything, actually. I don't think.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, Lenovo is one of the big ones in terms of like
Yeah,
PC components and stuff. So it's like, they bought IBM, right? So, which it was massive. But the Legion. Lenovo's
Yeah, if you are interested, so I guess we have to say, I imagine it will be available. Is it going to be available in Estonia? Why wouldn't it be? I don't know. So the prices for this thing are European model will retail for 1,000 euros and will include 16 gigabytes of RAM and 512 gigabytes of storage.
Oh.
And will come with a charging dock. I don't really know what that is, but
yeah,
is it going to be a charging dock with 2 that will allow you to plug in twice? I wonder. Or alternatively, you can pay 800 euros for a standalone phone and 12 gigabytes of RAM and 256 gigabytes of storage. It's unclear if the phone is going to release in the States. Probably. Well, why wouldn't it?
Yeah, I feel like this is more for Asia anyway. This phone, because
mobile gaming, yes.
Mobile gaming is huge. Yeah, when traveling in Asia, I have seen so many 50-year-old males, females gaming, not just like youngsters.
Yeah, totally.
So it's like,
I don't know. I don't really have a strong relationship with gaming. So first of all, it's an Android phone, so it automatically doesn't mean anything to me.
Yeah.
But also, like, I just can't. I don't know why it is, but
mobile gaming, no.
Mobile gaming, it's just no.
Yeah.
Like, it's also like because like in Eastern markets, in Japan specifically, people spend a lot less time at home, so console gaming is very like a dying basically hobby at this point.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean,
the Switch is dominating Japanese market by like absolutely ridiculous percentages, like 90% or something in software sales, or 95% in software sales are Switch.
Yeah, quick side note, since you have a Switch, there was some new Switch firmware or just software update that exposed a Bluetooth audio
adapter for headphones,
for Bluetooth audio headphone. There were some hints of
connectivity.
Yeah, but you can't. Even if you get the update, you can't even connect any Bluetooth headphones to it yet. But there was some hints of it, so it's maybe the next Switch or
perhaps. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I imagine it already has Bluetooth, so it probably could be software like patched in.
Yeah, that's the weird part to me, because the Joy-Cons connected with the Bluetooth, but no audio. So sorry, I guess.
Yeah, very weird. It should have been there at launch.
Yeah, what the
I don't know what they were thinking. Maybe that like people.
Yeah, you already have a Bluetooth module. Why not? Yeah, okay. I don't know. Okay, let's move in. So, rumors claim that Samsung will make OLED TVs with LG panels next year. So this is in case you didn't know, so Samsung has invested so much money, so hundreds of millions of dollars basically into QLED and micro LED and mini LED and everything pretty much, but not OLED. So they were, our QLED sounds like OLED, so we will be mostly into the QLED camp. So yeah, we don't bother with OLED. But right now, so very, very ironic again that the new, the biggest South Korean giants are providing each other's panels. So it's like, okay.
Wait,
but
Samsung doesn't provide panels for phones, I suppose.
for phones,
Since since LG doesn't make phones anymore, so
yeah. And Samsung is providing also phone panels for iPhones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are definitely the biggest panel manufacturer, for smartphones.
For smart OLED smartphones at least.
Yeah.
So
very interesting news.
So Samsung basically is, I don't know, eating their words. What's the expression here? They're like bet on the wrong horse, I guess, with QLED. So it's like they invested so much money and time.
It's interesting because I wouldn't say that QLED TVs are not good.
Yeah, they are. Definitely they're not bad.
Right.
There's
like high-end Samsung QLED TVs are quite popular. I mean,
they are
popular and quite good.
I mean, they're somewhere between the OLED and LCD, I guess, or something. I don't know.
QLED is closer to LCD, but my understanding was that they wanted to just keep using QLED until they have mini LED tech in a place where they can start making consumer level TVs and in like large enough quantities to sell them, and then somewhere in the distance, like many years from now, to switch to micro LEDs. But I just don't understand what OLED switching to OLED is achieving necessarily, unless they just don't think that they can like make mini LED work consistently, properly, like they would want it to. I don't know. Very strange.
Basically the new technology right now for Samsung that they feel it's changing. The landscape was changing. So for a long time, for a couple of years, it seemed like mini LED and micro LED basically were the future, and Samsung was betting so heavily on those technologies. Even Apple was also like
well, that's the thing, aren't they still? Aren't the new iPad Pros and Macs supposed to have mini LED?
They will have, probably they will have it, but there's a new panel technology on the horizon that will which is QD OLED, which is a hybrid between OLED and QLED, kind of, sort of, something. And that's why they need OLED panels. And so they will, and that's probably that's what I was watching. This was quite some time ago, but a YouTube video why this QD OLED will be the next panel type that will probably, maybe, hopefully take over the world. Who knows? I don't know. But so it's a hybrid.
Yes. Okay. OLED, QLED, hybrid?
Yeah. So we'll see. I don't know. But so it's funny that OLED has its problems because OLED is an organic LED and it will die because
eventually, yes.
Yes, so and eventually at some point, but OLED has so much advantage also because the the instant response time of the pixels, the LEDs. So it's like very fast for gaming, which is like amazing. So you can do 120 hertz gaming on it and even higher. But yeah,
I'll have to look into this what is it? QD OLED.
yeah.
Okay, I'll have to look into that after the show.
Yeah. But that's probably, well,
it's getting too confusing. Mini LEDs, micro LEDs, which are completely like different things, and then you have OLEDs, QLEDs, QD OLEDs. It's like, well, some of them will become mainstream technologies. For TV panels.
Definitely. Mini LED and micro LED, they're not going anywhere, but yeah.
I suppose maybe they are too.
But since
more time.
Look at how many panels right now there are also on the market right now, like LCD, LED, so it's OLEDs, so it's like we're not, we're still going down the path of like which manufacturer has which panel type. So it's like not like finally Apple was like, okay, OLEDs for everybody. Enjoy. And to be honest, I'm
that makes sense. That's like the logical leap is like not very extreme to me, because you have LCD panels that are fine. I mean, they were fine for as long as I used iPhones, and then they switched Pro line to OLED phones, and now they switched the entire line to OLED phones because OLED displays look better. Right?
Oh yeah.
But they probably want to, eventually switch to micro LED.
Yeah, of course.
Which will be like all the benefits of OLED panels minus the the drawbacks of OLED panels.
On paper.
Aging and burn-in.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's like it feels like a sidestep. Samsung switching to OLED is like, well.
Yeah.
Like it's also unclear to me if they will continue using QLED panels for their TVs and make a premium line of TVs.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they will. Yeah, Samsung is the king of segmenting, because so it's like you have the higher tier, the not so higher tier, and the highest tier, and
yeah, definitely.
So
it's confusing.
Yeah, and
that's why.
How much is Apple basically weeping for? I have to buy the panels from Samsung. Oh my god, how long?
For the phones?
Yeah, for the phones. Yeah, so it's like.
I mean,
they're
probably they would want to. I don't know. Would they want to make their own panels? It's weird because seeing as how Apple, slowly but surely taking control of all the manufacturing components, or all the components that go into phones and stuff, and laptops at this point. Maybe they would want to make their own panels.
I'm pretty sure.
But then you already have. Yeah. Well, I mean, with Intel it was different because Intel's chips were clearly not up to their standards.
Yep.
They saw opportunity to do so much more with what Intel was offering them.
Mm-hmm.
But Samsung, unless there's some kind of magical thing that Apple could do to just completely reimagine displays. Who makes panels for their Pro Display XDR? The super expensive display.
Yeah, no idea.
Keep talking, I will check.
Yeah. Yeah, I never researched that, but was it? I'm not.
Okay, it's supplied by LG.
Oh, okay. LG, yeah, LG is one of the biggest panel makers in the world anyway, so I'm not surprised.
So that is still Pro Display XDR is still an LCD display.
Yeah, that's that.
So you can clearly
that I knew, and I was like, you are selling a $6,000 display with an LCD,
right? but it like
Come
uses
on.
some of the cool stuff that
Yeah.
you could expect from mini LED displays.
That is true.
It is like mini LED light sort of Pro Display XDR.
Yeah, with the nano.
And it already offers like a lot of benefits of mini LED, like better contrast and stuff
Yeah,
like
the
that.
HDR capabilities.
HDR, very high
which-
brightness.
Oh, so.
Right. So that makes sense to me that they will eventually release a mini LED Pro Display XDR, and mini LED
Yeah.
Pros and maybe Airs at some point,
Yeah.
IMAX,
Mhm.
and then maybe like 20 years later, micro LED,
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, we'll see.
There was some like micro LED Apple Watch was like in the cards like a while ago, like months ago, that I heard that this would be the first thing because it's like a very small scale device that they could test it on.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe they will go the other way, start with the micro LED watch and then switch to phones and
Yeah.
go from there.
If I remember correctly, the micro LED technology was like really also very efficient. That's why the Apple Watch probably, because of the small battery. But
Yeah, could be. Yeah.
yeah, that would make more sense. Yeah. Anyhow, so yeah, the bottom line is you can, we need to research I need to research also the QD OLED thing more, because
I have never heard. I heard
Yeah.
when it was, I believe, Consumer Electronics CES was
Yep.
in winter, and LG were like, "Ooh, OLED 2.0,"
yeah.
But it wasn't like anything special.
Yeah.
It was just OLED, but
Yeah, it came down to the color. Basically, the color were way better. The colors were
Right.
way better, but they didn't like.
which is
Which is
significant.
yeah, which is awesome, because that's the first time they felt like, okay, this is matured into another level. So it's like
Yeah.
awesome, but yeah, it's not like anything that the regular person who goes into there's no like number that you can throw at the general consumer that with the colors. So how do you put?
Yeah, color science is a very like
They already
personalized thing.
they already put like anyway like 16 million colors or whatever, which doesn't mean anything to any person. So
Like, I prefer, for example, do you use True Tone on iPhone?
I do not actually. Yeah.
See, I cannot cold color temperatures on any kind of tech makes my head explode. So I use True Tone on everything that I have on laptops but our TVs have like neutral color space.
Okay.
Which even neutral kind of makes me like, But Maurice doesn't like that. He doesn't like this like yellowness, that you get for whites.
Yeah.
That comes with it.
Yeah.
But it's like a trade-off. The whites become less white, but like all the other colors become more pleasant. But he doesn't like that. He likes like this cool, like blue, sort of like glowy feel to it. And I'm like, oh, just kill me now.
Yeah.
I need to wear like these, yellow kind of glasses.
Yeah.
The blue light glasses. Yeah, maybe I should invest in one of those. Yeah. But these look pink. Are they pink?
Yeah, they are pink.
Okay.
Just
good.
random
pink tinted glasses.
Pink tinted glasses. So.
All right. Well, interesting news.
Yeah. So.
I don't know how I feel about. I mean, I'm not in the market for a TV, and I'm not going to be in the market for a TV for a long time. I remember a while ago when, many episodes ago, we touched on the new LG OLEDs and how the newer models were going to have some of the new features that they weren't going to bring to the older ones. And I was complaining like, well, what's the problem? Surely you just could do that, with like firmware updates. But you don't want to. So I was quite nervous when we got an Xbox and the new thing, if it was going to be supported properly. But
Nice.
I think it's working out fine. My biggest concern was that the new consoles. Well, I mean, it's been like this forever. They use AMD made processors and
Yeah.
graphical processors, and LG partnered with Nvidia to bring their like proprietary G-Sync,
G-Sync, yeah.
I think it's called,
G-Sync.
refresh rate adjustment to the OLED to their OLED. Certain line. I don't know exactly like if all of them have that, but some of them do.
Yeah.
And I was worried if like it would work with the new consoles, but it does, because the new HDMI technology also has like its own sort of like standardized refresh rate
Yeah. Do you have
technology.
HDMI 2.1 or
Oh yeah, our TV comes with 4 HDMI 2.1
4?
ports.
Nice. Very nice. Okay.
Yeah, very good. That's what I was like. It was a very nice and expensive and very good-looking TV, and then like they released the next model, and it's like, oh, well, this one's gonna have this new cool feature that you won't get, and I'm like, well, I just paid like 1,500 euros for this TV, so what am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
in the end, it
yeah.
sort of worked out okay.
Yeah.
Although I'm still pissed, even though LG make good TVs, I'm still like, I feel cheated.
Yeah, I know what you mean. You got the C9, right? If I remember correctly.
C9, yeah.
C9, yeah. LG C9.
55 inch.
Yeah, 65 one. Oh man.
No, 55.
Oh, 55. Yeah,
65
correct.
is
yeah,
too
yeah.
big.
Yeah.
Although, now that we got used to it, I think 65 would be okay.
Yeah, that's the rabbit hole that.
I am quite concerned though when we get to like the next step, like the 8K TVs and stuff. Those can be like gigantic. Like that's where I'm like, well, where do you put that thing? When it's like 77 inch,
Yeah, 77 inch
85
is.
inch, like,
I think the 77 is the smallest of the 8Ks. I think maybe I don't know.
like where are you supposed to put that thing?
Yeah.
Like not everybody lives in a massive house with like a living room that is like 10 meters long.
I immediately remembered the scene from How I Met Your Mother where Barney and sits down at the couch and Lily asks like, "Where's your TV?" "Ah, you see that wall over there?" Turns it on, like instantly blasted with your like.
Yes, exactly. I mean, that's where we're headed. I mean, of course, 8K tech is not gonna be mainstream for a long time.
Oh.
But like, who has the living space to accommodate such a massive TV?
Yeah, that's the.
And it's not just about physically putting it somewhere. It's also like sitting at a comfortable distance from it.
Exactly.
Because TVs are always getting brighter. TVs are always getting like higher quality picture and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it's like uncomfortable to sit in front of such a bright, like blasting panel.
Yeah.
It's just like the size of you.
And
longer.
What was your mom also when you were little? Like, don't sit too close on the TV to the TV. So it's like,
yeah, totally.
Your eyes were, I don't know, who knows. Yeah, so it's like.
Well, honestly,
we're getting to a whole nother level of like sitting too close to the TV, I guess.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I mean, probably our TV should be a little bit farther already than it is right now, but it's fine because you get used to it. But like, if it's like 50% bigger, like there's nowhere else to move.
Yeah.
You need to like choose your apartment living space so that you could accommodate your TV, not the other way around. You know.
Yeah.
Well, 8K consumer level TVs. Well, I mean they exist already, but you know who can afford them? But it's probably many years away.
Although me as a hustler, I randomly stumbled across 8K TV pricing at some point, just out of curiosity at some point, and I was like, okay, how much is a 8K TV in Estonia? What do you guess? Can you guess any number right now? I don't know.
Can you give me some specifics, like the size and stuff?
Yeah.
The manufacturer.
Oh, I can't remember. It was, I think 77 inches.
77
and probably LG, Samsung, something like that. It was something like that.
Well, those probably are quite expensive.
So
So let's see, probably 65-inch 4K panels, probably like over 2,000 for like LG or Samsung. So multiply that by a lot of times.
I mean,
20,000 euros.
yeah, I was also imagining, okay, I wasn't imagining like 20, but I was imagining also like 10 or something like that.
Okay.
Maybe, but it's like 7.
What?
Yeah.
7,000 euros.
I mean, okay, it was one listing on one Estonian e-store, and I was like, and this was like, I don't know, 2 months ago or something. So the listing might as well not be even here. So, but I was also kind of, what? Okay, that's actually not unreasonable, basically. So for like 8K. So it's like, but I'm not even sure if I can even find it right now. But
That's interesting. We already reached a point where 8K 4K TVs are the dominating like category. Or like if you go to Euronics and you sort the TVs by resolution, the 4K has the highest number of options. Like
yeah,
the full
yeah.
HD panels are barely there. Well, actually, I mean, you were saying that, but yeah, you are not wrong. You have like Samsung. Well, actually, 65-inch 8K TVs also exist apparently.
Yeah, I was.
Well, they are on sale right now. But
Yeah.
3,300 euros, 3,500 euros.
Like, yeah.
Samsung
Which
Samsung
is
TVs.
what? Okay, the yeah. What the hell? Okay, this has been. I'm finding many 8K TVs right now, which is like kind of surprising, which is weird because not that anybody should buy right now any 8K TV ever, because no content ever.
There's nothing to
Nothing. So
consume
what do
on
you?
an 8K
Yeah,
display.
you're gonna watch like your 4K Netflix on an 8K TV.
Well, you can shoot an 8K video on your phone, probably, if you have like a newer phone, and then I guess you can watch that. That's about it.
Sony 75, 8K, 5,500.
Well, I mean, these are still absurdly high prices for
Yeah.
TVs, and they will become exponentially cheaper, with every year.
Yep. Oh,
And I mean, yes, I mean, I'm saying this right now, but yes, eventually we will get to the point where 8K will be the new 4K right now, where it's like the main kind of option that people who are buying new TVs would consider buying, As I said, I don't know who would buy like a 1080p, just like you don't even have to spend that much money on a 4K TV.
yeah. Exactly.
Like you can buy a budget 4K TV for like a couple hundred euros, like 300 or maybe 400 euros.
Yeah. Wait, did the stream crash? No. Okay. Our.
No, everything's working.
Okay.
Everything's working as intended.
Yeah, but because my stream for some reason ended and I had to reopen it.
Oh.
Okay, doesn't matter.
Oh, okay. Maybe it did crash. Maybe. Yeah, you have so many brands that make 4K TVs nowadays. Philips, or LG, of course.
Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna be in the market for a TV soon, but yeah, OLED is my main criteria, and 65-inch OLED, that's probably the way to go for me also right now. So it's like, yeah, around 1,000 euros probably for that. Maybe used, maybe 800, 900 ish. I'm hoping, but yeah, we'll see. So, but yeah, that's what I'm usually hopefully going for. So, Kyrylo,
Yeah.
let's talk about the new ruler of the roost in your home.
The new what? I couldn't hear.
The ruler of the roost. I don't know.
The rule of the roost.
So,
Yes. Yeah. So it happened
it happened.
after many months of searching and monitoring and failing to acquire one, we managed to acquire a DualSense controller. No, just
Yes.
kidding. We managed to,
A DualSense. Yeah, many months. Nice.
we managed to acquire a PlayStation 5.
Very nice.
And this is the controller. Well, I can't show the PS5 because it's, plugged in.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the controller.
Yeah, nice. How's the texture, by the way, on the controller?
The texture of the controller. So it has at the back of the controller, like where you grip, it has texture, and it is shaped in the shape of the face buttons on the PlayStation controllers, like the squares and the crosses and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's super, super tiny. Like, you can see it with a naked eye.
Yeah.
Like, if you really look into it.
Okay.
But to the skin, it just feels like
any texture, right?
like any kind of texture, grippy texture that you can have on remotes or controllers or something like that.
How's the vibration sensation that they put so much work into?
Okay, well, first I guess I have to say how we managed to procure.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
So, friend of the show, our biggest fan, Melissa Mend, somehow had a divine intervention moment, epiphany moment, that she somehow managed to catch the moment where the PS5s were sold in Elisa.
Like an angelic appearance from
somebody
from
whispered
above
in her ear or something, and then she was like, I better let them know.
The PS5 elves.
Right.
No,
So it was just a random day. Nothing was, as I understand, it wasn't covered on social media or news or anything like that. It just happened.
Yeah, it just came to me.
And so I was actually dressed to go to the store at the time, so I was already had my jacket and my boots on. And then Melissa messaged, and I was like, "Oh, I need to hurry. Try to get one."
Nice.
And I managed to get one. It was very painless and very smooth.
Wow.
Nothing like the experience that we had with the Euronics. I imagine probably because nobody knew that it was happening. You know?
Yeah.
So there wasn't a line of people and bots and scalpers lined up.
Yeah.
So yeah, they were selling both PS5 normal and PS5 digital edition.
And you got the.
And we got the digital edition because we don't really buy physical games anymore. That's just Yeah. We have 4 PlayStation 4 games that are physical.
Mm-hmm.
And 2 of them we also own digitally through some kind of, sale or PS Plus or something. So yeah, they were selling them for normal prices. So the regular one was 550 euros, which is I imagine a normal Estonian price. Even though it's a little bit more expensive than Sony recommended price.
Yeah.
And the digital one was 440 or 30.
I think
so. It was a little bit.
Okay.
I don't remember. Yeah, I could check, but yeah, either 430 or 440 euros. And so we managed to get it. It was very smooth. Nothing crashed. I didn't have any account or anything, so I was like, okay, well, great. By the time I'm gonna log into Elisa, it's all gonna be done.
Oh my god.
But now it stayed in my basket, and I logged through the Smart ID, directly linked to my bank. Very small. I mean, this is normal for
Estonians, yeah.
For Estonia, yeah. So it was very nice. Delivered for free, which was also nice. And it was delivered next day.
Wait, so delivered for free straight to the apartment even?
To the door, yeah.
Wow. Okay, maybe that's an Elisa thing or something.
Could be. It's quite expensive purchase. Maybe they were okay.
Yeah,
whatever.
probably. Yeah.
So yeah, next day delivery. I was quite skeptical about it. I was like, yeah, right.
Next day, yeah, sure.
But yeah, it was next day, it was 27 hours later it was delivered, literally. It wasn't even next evening. It was next afternoon.
Wow.
Delivered by DPD. That also went smoothly, although I don't really like DPD. I just there's that I don't like about DPD deliveries. But yeah, it worked out well.
Okay.
So the console itself. What can I say about the console? It is very large.
Yeah.
It fits into our setup.
Yeah.
Barely.
Oh, can I just show you the picture that you sent me of the?
Oh yeah, of course. Oh, perfect. So at least people have an idea.
Yeah. How the you can go.
So yeah,
go
it
on.
is very tall and very wide, but it sort of fits. It is white. It is that's what it looks like. I guess it's kind of. Oh, I mean, you can see the Xbox for scale, I guess, on the left. So yeah, you can see that it's considerably taller than the Xbox. Oh yeah, okay, now it's in focus.
Yeah, focused. So yeah.
So it's definitely chunky.
Yeah, it's definitely chunky, and it's definitely taking all the glory in your shelf right there.
Yeah. The design is interesting. I don't mind it.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely quite loud. You know, speaking of like loud gamer designs, like the Lenovo Legion Duel 2.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I remember that name. How is that possible?
Nice.
Like it is that. Like it is definitely a lot.
Okay.
So it comes pre-installed with a game that I finished.
Yeah, the demo game version.
It is basically a tech demo for the controller.
For the controller,
showcase all the different functionality. So I finished that game. It is surprisingly competent platformer.
Okay.
It is by far the best pack-in game I've ever played.
Wow.
It's like an actual little game.
And and the idea is to show off the controller basically.
Yeah, the controller.
How is that?
So the controller is very similar, not very, but it's quite similar to DualShock 4 that came with PlayStation 4. It still uses the parallel sticks like they normally do. Although it felt a little bit weird because before that, for like a month, I was playing Xbox, which has like an offset stick over here.
Yeah.
But I already got used to it. It is larger than DualShock, I think.
DualShock 4, okay, yeah.
DualShock 4, yeah. But otherwise, it's similar. The same trackpad, you know, so this is a touch surface. So the same start and share buttons. So the functionalities. So it comes with haptic feedback, right? And adaptive triggers.
Yeah.
So haptic feedback. Haptic feedback is best described like if you have ever used a high quality smartphone that is not like cheap.
Yeah.
And that has haptic motors for typing or, you know, well, there's plenty of functions that come with haptics in smartphones. It's kind of that. So it's a lot more granular than your typical just like, you know, vibrating controller.
Yeah.
So it can also create sensations of vibration in certain parts of the controller.
Yeah. The consensus that I on tech YouTubers basically what was on the controller they were like talking about when you walk on different surfaces in the game, you will feel like a little bit of a different sensation in the hand basically. So when you walk on grass or sand or water or something, then you will feel like a slight different vibration, which is kind of trippy. Yeah. That's what they describe it, and that's what I basically have. I don't know.
It is partially true.
Yeah, okay. Partially.
It's not as granular as I pictured it in my head.
Okay.
Like it's not like, for example, it's not that you're like holding the controller and then you can hear like some kind of vibrating impact like in this point and in this point and in this point, you know?
Okay.
But you can clearly tell the difference in vibration in like the bottom half or the top half or like the left and right.
Okay.
So the vibrations on surfaces, well, it depends on the game. Not every game implements this functionality.
Yep.
But in Astro's Playroom, it works quite well. But it isn't just the vibration that sells it, because they kind of trick you a little bit, because when you walk on different surfaces, they also put some sound coming through the speaker in the controller.
Yeah. So
you run through grass, right, for example.
Yep.
So you can feel like slight vibrations coming through the controller,
Yeah.
and also sound coming through it of like a body moving through grass, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of sells the illusion of you moving through the grass.
Very
And the
nice.
same way in like other textures, you know, if you're walking on ice or sliding on ice, it will be like certain pattern of vibration and sound. If you're like sliding on mud, it will be like different sound and different kind of like
Okay, so
pattern of vibration.
they're playing with the sound also. That's good.
Yeah.
So
So that definitely was like interesting because when it was PS4 was like the current console, it also had speaker, but I wasn't particular fan of the way that developers implemented control the speaker into games, because the speaker was quite low quality and the sounds were very distorted, and it was just kind of like, okay, sure, you know, it's kind of there. But this one works.
it works.
It works.
That's
It kind of does what I mean. I sound like more skeptical than I guess other people, but it is like above and beyond more advanced than like Xbox vibrations and Nintendo Switch vibration motors, definitely.
Nice.
But it's also there are not many games that use it, and there are even fewer games that do it well.
Yeah.
Like, you know, when you have haptics in iPhone, they all kind of make sense. You know, you pull the refresh button in an app, and it has this like, you know, this like hit of vibration coming.
Yep.
You know, it's all kind of very, and you know, very like handcrafted. You know, this experience.
Yeah.
So I imagine that implementing this kind of functionality in games requires some effort, and I hope that developers will have, you know, interest in doing that.
Yep.
Because of course it's easier. Of course, it can also just vibrate, you know.
Yeah.
So I can see that many developers may choose to be like, hey, whatever, you know.
Yeah. Just
vibrate.
Any vibration will do fine. So.
But even now, you know, so Astro's Playroom does that. And then we have Demon Souls. That is the game that we are playing right now. That is PS5 exclusive. That one uses it differently. It doesn't vibrate every time you walk, but it does vibrate on impact when you hit something.
Okay.
And the impact is different depending on if you use like a sword or a dagger or like a mace, you know, things like that. So there are plenty of ways for them to use it. But so far, I'm intrigued. It can be like a lot. You know, at first I was like, when I started in Astro, you get vibration every step.
Wow.
So when the character steps with the left foot, you get the vibration in the left.
Okay, that can be a lot.
Yeah, at first I was like, okay, well, great. If every game is going to do that, it's kind of a lot of constant vibration in your head.
Yeah.
But I was surprised. I played a different game called Control.
Okay.
Excellent game. I recommend anybody to play. Available on all platforms, even Switch. Where the character also moves and vibrates every step. But it was subtle enough that I kind of just forgot about it, which is the thing about haptics and vibrations. If they're well implemented, you don't really think about it. They're just kind of there. They just very passively contribute to your immersion, I suppose.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's haptics. And quickly, the triggers. So the analog triggers that come with the controllers, they have some other technology implemented in them, which basically can create resistance.
Yeah.
Of different intensity, depending on what you're doing.
Yeah.
So that one is,
as I understand, I think the most well implemented of those triggers were racing games. Although maybe you can, like, if you the racing games, they are down to the gas and the brake pedal. I think that they implemented that, and that's, I think, the most well implemented on racing games. But yeah, you probably haven't.
I wish I had more input, but I cannot digest racing games. So, but yes, I mean, the idea is that if you have, so usually the right trigger is the acceleration.
Yeah.
So you would have, like, depending on how hard you are pressing on the pedal, like in a car.
Yeah.
It would be increasingly more difficult to press the trigger in.
Yeah.
It is also implemented in shooters. I guess shooters is the thing that I can kind of talk to. Because, like, classically, you know, you have a shooter and trigger is the trigger
Yep.
in a gun. So you just kind of press it and it shoots.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So in the control, again, and this is the only shooter that I've played so far, you start off with a regular gun, like a pistol.
Okay.
And what happens is that you press on the trigger and it gets stuck a little bit down the middle. And then you have to like forcefully press on it to shoot. Similar to how you would press a trigger on a gun.
That's very similar to a real gun. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, you know, the guns have like a little bit of give where kind of nothing happens.
Yep.
Then you have to like
Yeah. Wow.
with an effort, you know, press on it.
That's honestly very detailed. Wow.
Yeah, all of this can be calibrated to your like by default. The system setting is at the high, like the highest intensity. So you actually, you know, there's like an effort needs to be put into it.
Yeah.
But it can also be like medium, low, and off in case you can't really press for some reason. Some health concerns or something, you know, arthritis or something, you know. So this was thought through.
That's very good.
As of right now, I like it.
The controller or the console?
Well, I was talking specifically about
the triggers. Okay, I see.
The haptics, they kind of sold me because, okay, haptics, sound, it all kind of works together.
Okay.
Having to constantly like put effort into pressing a trigger to shoot a gun, it's fun for now. I will probably have more to say when I actually finish the game, because as I understand, probably every gun that you get has different kind of like sensation.
Yeah.
To it, so
probably.
We'll see. It can also be applied to bows, for example. You know, when you like pull the what's the word? The arrow with the string. You know, so there are clever ways that it can be implemented as well. Okay, that was a lot of talking. Okay, so do I like the console? The controller is cool. It has a longer battery life than DualShock 4, which is good because DualShock 4 had poor battery life. It is still rechargeable, similarly to DualShock 4. It uses USB-C connection to connect, so it's nice. I guess you don't have to have a micro USB. Is that what it's called?
Micro USB, yeah.
Micro USB that used to be here, and this is just a more secure connector as well.
Oh yeah,
Micro is like all over. It's like wobbling all over the place.
Micro USB is trash.
I cannot even believe that it was like a popular standard for a while. So the console itself is very quiet. It is very cool. It is cooler than Xbox, I feel. It also has a more robust sleep mode functionality, I feel like. Or not, I should say more robust, but it's better like designed and thought through, I feel like, because it consumes a lot less energy than Xbox does. And Xbox, when in sleep mode, is constantly warm. When I first saw like experience, it's like the sides of the console are constantly at like warmer than your body temperatures. Like you can feel the warmth coming from it. So it uses it to.
So it is a beacon.
Right. Yes. Totally. So it uses this sleep mode similarly to how PlayStation does to update games if there is a patch, to update system software if there is an update. You know, things like that. But PlayStation does
or maybe
yeah.
It is mining Bitcoin for
mining Bitcoins. Yes, that's why. Yeah, I agree. Can you imagine if Microsoft could mine Bitcoin from every Xbox on the planet?
Yeah, Phil Spencer would to the moon.
That is kind of genius. So that I don't particularly like. I guess we'll have to see what our electricity bill looks like next month.
Yeah.
Because of course it can't take that much energy while it's not working, you know?
Famous last words. It can.
Right.
Yeah.
But it gets to the point where Xbox is actually cooler when it runs, because then the fans also run.
Yeah.
When it's in sleep mode, it doesn't run the fans because, well, fans also.
Yeah. What the hell?
So it ambiently cools, you know, the surface. So PlayStation 5 doesn't have any of those issues. It's kind of cool and just stays cool, and it's also sleep mode, so you can charge the controller, update the games, update the software. Stunning. So we have a much bigger library of PS4 games than Xbox. Well, we don't own any Xbox games pretty much, but not many of them are upgraded for PS5.
Yeah.
They're I will compliment Sony because quite a few of their exclusive games were updated for PS5, which is cool. So God of War, Ghost of Tsushima, last year's game, Ratchet and Clank, those games were all patched in to have higher frame rates, better resolution, etc. But I can already experience the idea of being reluctant to spend more money on games. It's quite ridiculous. Because right now I have Demon Souls, right? It's like the big PS5 showcase.
Yep.
And all the best PS5 games that came out since the console came out, they are still full-priced games. Which is to say, £70, $70, or €80, which is ridiculous. It's like a whole different topic of conversation.
Yeah.
And that is a lot of money. We usually buy games from the American store because that's the best prices you can get.
Yeah.
And spending we bought Demon Souls for the full price because it's a From Software game and they're the best developer in the business, so we felt like they deserved it.
Yeah. Quick side note. I also at some point I was looking into. I stumbled across Cyberpunk 2077 sale. It's already it was already down like to 50 euros or something like that.
Yeah. Games go on sale quite often. I mean, these are just the Sony exclusive big games. There are PS5 games that are on sale, like Assassin's Creed, for example.
Yeah.
But still, it's on sale because you have to buy the game, and then maybe you want the season pass for the game.
Yeah.
So it's like 50% off, but it still costs £50 or something, which is a lot of money,
It is.
And as if we are paying for Game Pass, it is it puts everything in context. Do I pay £50 for this one Assassin's Creed game, or do I wait for it to be on a bigger sale and play something on Game Pass for now?
Yeah.
So I think that is definitely going to impact us. We already didn't buy many games when they came out for the full price.
Is there any like on Steam? I know the PC side of there's a Steam summer sale. Like any sale events on PlayStation happening?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yes. If you buy digital games on PlayStation, you can only buy games from Sony. That is a big sort of issue with this whole thing because they have monopoly on the storefronts.
Yeah, but they do
for the PlayStation.
They do a sale events
Yeah.
Okay.
Sales on PlayStation are very regular. I can definitely say that much. It is just different because PS5 just launched, so they are gonna put their new Spider-Man on sale for 50% off.
Yeah.
But if you are patient enough, if you can wait for I don't know, 6 months or something, you can get a game on sale for a good price. Which is why physical consoles are more popular in other countries because the second-hand market is a lot more active.
Oh yeah.
We try to research this in Estonia and is there any point in buying the physical version? Can you buy games cheaper physically?
Yeah.
Can you buy games secondhand cheaper? But it's
I feel
really.
Yeah, I feel like Estonia doesn't have those gamery stores so much.
Yeah.
Well, we have some, but I don't know. Where would you go? You still, I guess, go to even to the local Euronics, I guess they sell probably some.
They do have discounts on pre-orders
in a bin somewhere, secondhand games.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah. If you buy new games, Euronics typically has 10% discount on pre-orders. And I mean, if you want to buy secondhand games, you will just go to Osta or something. And try to get it there. But it's just so much extra effort, and it's not like you're gonna get the current PlayStation 4 5 game for $10,
Yeah. But
so
yeah, Hinavaatuse forum.
Yeah, Hinavaatuse forum. Yes.
Yeah, I just yesterday I think I saw a PS5 game for €40. Someone was selling it. I can't remember the name, but it wasn't not a well-known name, at least to me. So it was.
To be fair, it is possible. Like already right now, there is a spring sale, for example,
Okay.
and that spring sale has PlayStation 5 games.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So you can buy, as I said, Assassin's Creed right now is on sale. So the regular price is £60. You can buy it for like 35, for instance, which is like 40 something euros. So there are sales. Sales are very frequent, of course, especially at the end of the PS4 life cycle. The sales were just all the time, just very deep discounts. It is different, of course, because the console is new and, you know, there's already a lot of like weird, like, I don't want to say shovelware, but shovelware games. I guess people were like, okay, well, we're gonna release this. Shovelware is like trash tier games that are barely functional that you sell for like shovelware,
a digging.
Yeah. And the idea is that there's so many of them can be that you just like shovel them, across to get to like the good stuff.
Okay, yeah. I see.
I guess it's not applicable to PS5 for now because there aren't just that many PS5 games.
Okay.
But you already have these like weird, like £5 games that probably aren't great. So yeah. I guess maybe developers were like, well, people have nothing to play right now, so we're gonna put them on the store. Maybe they'll buy it, since they have nothing else to play.
Yeah.
And it's cheap. So definitely, I guess my main point is that Xbox definitely changes the way that I look at purchasing games.
Okay.
Because
I
could.
So the main question is, after getting both of the consoles, if you had to choose one.
If I had to choose one? Okay. If I had to choose one, like me specifically, I would have preferred to be able to get a PS5 earlier. Because, as I said, we already own a large library of games between me and Morris. Like, we have like 300 games or something, or 4.
Okay. But to rephrase the question, without owning any games also.
Without owning any games.
Yeah.
If you are a person
how about that?
Who wants to casually game or wants to get into video gaming, kind of like just dip the toe into video games without making like huge commit. I mean, honestly, buying a console is a big commitment because it costs 450 euros to buy PS5 or 600 to buy Xbox. So it's already kind of a big commitment.
Yeah, without scalper prices.
Then 500 and 450.
Yeah,
it's like still a big commitment.
Yeah.
But I have to say, like, if you are a person that just wants to get into games, who doesn't have a very like defined specific taste in games, who is just kind of trying it out for yourself or for your kids or whatever it may be, I would say that Xbox is a better buy, honestly.
Okay. Yeah. And together with the Xbox Live, right?
Yeah, you have to also kind of accept the idea that if you buy an Xbox to get a good value out of it, you will have to pay 13 euros per month. Yeah, it costs 13 euros.
So Xbox, the recommendation is together with the subscription, the Xbox Live.
Yeah, definitely. Because if you don't have this subscription, you're basically there's very little difference between PS5 and Xbox, because you'll still have to go to the store, buy games, wait for sales, all of these things.
Yeah.
But just like the presence of Game Pass on Xbox and the absence of Game Pass on PlayStation, it's like a big deal. It would be less of a deal for me as somebody who already owns like 100 games previously from the previous generation. But if you're just like clean slate, new console, new hobby, whatever, maybe you want to just get into gaming for the first time, I don't think there is a better way to do that.
Yeah.
And then Xbox Series X, I would say. Oh no, your camera died.
Oh, okay. Fear not. I have the solution.
Time to wrap up.
Nah, it's alright. I will be back. Oh, come on. Yes, I am back.
So yeah, that is all that I have to say.
I'm a professional.
Yes.
Oh man, this battery
The
is
console is well
warm.
built.
Sorry.
It is cool. It is quiet. The patches that they released for the Sony exclusive games, beautiful, very sharp, very well done work. I played Days Gone. It's like one of the lesser known games,
Okay.
released by one of the smaller PlayStation studios that wasn't super well received even when it came out. But just that patch alone is just like super impressive in terms of like what it does for the game. I asked Maurice to like check out because when he was playing something else, I was like, check this out, what it looks like, and he was like, oh, this is like almost too sharp for my comfort. It almost makes it uncomfortable to look at.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
So in all of these regards, definitely worth it. And if you are a PlayStation person who owned a PlayStation before, I mean, there is no there's no reason not to get a PS5 if you can. But conversely, is there a reason to get a PS5 right now? That I don't really know. Because Demon's Souls was a huge game for us because I'm a huge From Software fan. And as I said, they are the best developer in the business. So I bought PS4 to play Bloodborne, and I bought PS5 to play Demon's Souls at launch.
Yeah.
So for me, it was worth it. Plus, I have also, older games that I can play that I haven't played all the games, of course, because, I don't have all the time in the world
Yeah.
to play. So I have things to do. If you don't want to play Demon's Souls, which is common thing because it's very difficult, it's very kind of like niche game. You have Spider-Man, which is cool. Spider-Man is a very good game. But you might also not be into that, for some reason. Although it's a really good game, I would definitely recommend. And then there is like a 3D platformer if you're like buying PlayStation for a child. I mean, for yourself as well, you can also play the game, of course. But then again, it's also a £60 game.
Yeah.
That is like a children-focused, 3D platformer. And that's it. That's pretty much all the games that are available right now.
Yeah.
At the end of the month, there will be a new release. Next month is Resident Evil. The new Resident Evil is coming. So that could be like a big, if you are a fan of horror, that's like the game that you would want.
Yeah. Okay.
And after that, everything got everything got delayed.
Yeah,
all the games
delayed,
that were
all
supposed
the-
to come out this year got delayed into 2022. So this year, I mean, Monster Hunter on Switch is like the biggest, greatest game of the year so far. Which is not to say that it wouldn't be otherwise, it wouldn't be the biggest game even if there were some other games coming out. But the Switch, Switch exclusive niche, again, Monster Hunter game is like the biggest, most talked about game. So that, I think, is telling. So I don't think that there is any reason to rush to buy a PS5.
Yeah,
I don't think there's a reason to go crazy, We got it because of just random coincidence, luck, basically.
Yeah.
But even if we didn't get it for some reason or another, it would okay, whatever,
Fair enough. From my side, okay. Speaking of like I don't know games and stuff, trying out some. Yeah, I've been experimenting with Apple Arcade recently in the 2 weeks, and Apple TV Plus, which I have been like, okay, I was trying to launch the games here, so and the Zelda clone basically I was trying out, which is like the name is like I don't know, Ocean Horn 2. So yeah, that's I call it a Zelda clone. So yeah, just a guy.
Yeah, totally. I mean,
yeah,
you would call it a third-person action-adventure game.
Yeah, well,
but it definitely has a Zelda-esque feel to it.
Yeah, a guy with a spiky hair and with a sword and
with a sword. Puzzles rolling around. Collecting hearts.
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely a Zelda-inspired game, let's say.
But the other one I tried out was this really interesting art style plus creeks. So it's like
it's supposed to be quite a good game, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. You can, it's also a puzzle thingy. So it's like, Maybe I can focus. Wait. So yeah, it's definitely like an interesting art style. Yeah. Okay. Doesn't matter. But yeah, I don't know. These are the only things that I saw like a worth trying out too, but I don't know, the experience so far with Apple Arcade, I don't find anything yet that's appealing to me. I will finish probably the Zelda clone, but not the other one probably, because I'm more
I was also subscribed to Apple Arcade for a while.
Yeah, because to be clear, I didn't pay anything for it, so I got it because my new Mac included
Right. 3 months.
3 months Apple Arcade and 1 year of Apple TV Plus. So that's why I'm trying them both out. Honestly, and Apple TV Plus, we were also like going through what's going on with Apple TV Plus. So the Ted Lasso, Jason Sudeikis, this guy.
I heard it's supposed to be amazing.
Yeah.
It isn't?
We didn't, I mean, okay, we watched only one episode, but we didn't feel it also because it's...
Okay, I think it gets better later.
Maybe. Have you watched it?
I haven't, but I haven't heard a single negative thing about the show.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, there's some, for all mankind, is some kind of a space exploration training thing.
It's like a drama. It's like an alternate history drama.
Yeah. It's, I guess, spoiler a little bit, but the spoiler is revealed in the first, I don't know, minutes basically. That so the plot twist is, which is again revealed in the first minutes, that Russia is winning the space race. So
yeah, Russia. It was even in the description of the show. Russia was the first country to put a man on the moon, right?
Oh yeah,
or something
yeah, something like that. So it's like a interesting alternate historical timeline thing. So
yeah, totally.
But
sounds interesting.
I don't know. Again,
no,
weren't really feeling it because I don't know. We like some light comedy basically or something like that, and then we tried.
Ted Lasso is that. So
yeah, Ted Lasso.
You should keep trying.
Yeah, I guess. And the morning show we tried with. I like Jennifer Aniston, so that's why big fan. But and also the Steve Carell in the morning show. I mean, we like them both, but it's a little too drama-y, I guess. But yeah.
Oh yeah, it's not like a.
Yeah, it's not like a
comedy show.
Yeah, comedy show. So yeah, it's not like any hopes of any Friends references or something like that. Not happening, and any Office references not happening. So it's like very drama-y. So you finished Friends, right? Yes.
Yeah, all 10 seasons.
All 10.
Yes.
So, any conclusions?
Conclusions for the Friends?
But after watching it for, when was it aired?
98, 99, something like that.
Something like that?
Yeah.
Holds up?
I really enjoyed it.
I mean,
it mostly holds up. I guess I have to compliment the show because it kept me engaged for all 10 seasons. Like I drop off very heavily from sitcoms.
Okay.
Because once you figure them out, it's kind of like, well, okay, you just keep watching different situations, and it's, you kind of already can tell what the characters will say or how they react.
Yeah, it's predictable.
So
yeah,
1994. Yeah, 1994 was the first season.
Yeah.
Wow, that was 1 year. It started airing 1 year before I was born. So, makes me feel old.
Oh, dude. Yesterday I had a conversation with a guy, with a old friend of mine, and he somehow the topic came up when we did it when we finished university, almost 12 years ago, I finished my university. Which
That's what will give you existential crisis.
Holy, I felt old.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
So, Friends. I think, so I liked it. Would I obsessively rewatch it? Well, I guess I'm not in the correct age for that. Like Maurice was telling me that he and Melissa have seen Friends many, many times.
Yeah,
but,
5, 6 or something. Yeah.
But like I don't rewatch things, period, and I don't think I will rewatch Friends. But now I will probably get most of the references that people can throw in. So the show is good. I mean, it's easy to watch on Netflix. It's high quality, so you don't have to deal with like 4:3 aspect ratios and other annoyances that you may have to deal with.
Yeah.
The show holds up well. The humor is enjoyable. There are certain things that I was over very quickly, like the gags that involve typically like male characters doing some unmale things.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, well.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, like pink shirts.
Yeah.
Ross wearing pink shirts and Joey carrying like a bag, over the shoulder bag. Yeah. I'm like, okay, well, I get it. Yeah. Although I don't really get it because nowadays it's not really something that is well, I mean,
yeah, I know.
It's like a whole different topic of conversation. But overall, the show holds up because the characters are fun. Phoebe is the best character, definitely. She has so many layers, weirdly enough, compared to other characters.
Yeah.
Because like you can kind of figure out most of them quickly-ish. Yeah. You know? But even in the last season, I was like, okay, well, that's interesting. Phoebe kept me entertained.
Yeah.
Janice, I love Janice.
Oh my god. Yes.
How she kept appearing in just like the perfect places throughout the seasons. Very briefly, but at first I was like, well, I wish she was more prominent. But then the more I was watching it, and when she was just like in the right place at the right time, I was like, okay, I get it. So that's perfect.
Yeah. But the voice was so annoying at times, to me at least. So
but it was great.
Yeah.
She probably had a lot of fun acting that character.
Yeah.
The actress, I mean. I like that it conclusively ends, which is very refreshing in the 2021 current year argument, where shows just never end.
Yeah.
Or alternatively, they never end because they never end, or they never end because they never get finished.
Yeah, or they never end because the producers want to have a hint of maybe a second season or a second part of it. So they
and then
when they have some place where they can lead off the second part, basically. So it's like I mean, unless you're watching a limited series, every show is like that. It may or never get a second season, but it will end in a way that presumes that there will be a second season. And then, like, what? What's the point of even watching these shows anymore? Yeah, who will fill this hole? What does happen to these characters? I need to know.
It ended in a satisfying way. More or less, it kind of was like, I don't know, Maurice said that I was supposed to cry. I didn't particularly cry in the last episode, but it was like a logical conclusion, sort of.
Yeah.
It was an ongoing theme with the show where I couldn't quite be sold on the idea of like 30-year-old people having this kind of relationship with like such a group of people, such a large group of people, where they're like always together. And I don't know exactly why that is, but I was like, well, how?
No, the problem for me was also like, do they have to work ever, or?
Right, they always stay in the coffee place, and it's like, oh, I have to go to work like in the middle of the day.
Yeah, exactly. That's like, yeah, exactly. So it's like
it became a little bit better because, well, I mean, most of them already lived across the corridor from each other. And then Ross moved in across the street, so I was like, sure,
Yeah.
I can see that. So yes, so characters are enjoyable. I would say that my least favorite character is Ross in the end of it. I just could not understand.
Although he's the geek of the bunch.
Yeah, he had me more engaged in the earlier seasons, but then with his constant like obsession with marriages and engagements and divorces, and then like jealousy when Rachel would start dating someone, and
We were on a break.
yeah, and I was like, he lost me at that point.
Yeah.
When I first started watching, Rachel was that character for me. I just couldn't quite connect with her, but then I was like, okay, well, Rachel is like, I understand, but Ross is like an enigma to me still.
Enigma.
And Phoebe is the best character, yes, definitely. And the best male character, Gunther.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Nice.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I guess I don't really know. I guess it's more that Phoebe is the best character, and then everybody else is kind of.
I don't know.
Even.
I like Chandler because of his sarcastic humor, but yeah.
I like Chandler.
Yeah.
I feel like his like background could be explored more, like his complicated relationship with his parents.
With his parents, yeah.
Speaking of his parents, oh my god, that's the one thing that I just completely don't get about the show, is that the way they handled his dad. I already talked about it before. I still don't understand what they were going for with that, and I don't.
I feel like that's probably the one part that didn't hold up because it was so 90s, so it was like, yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah, as it turned out, yeah, mid-90s to late 90s to early 2000s, yeah. I guess. I am willing to forgive this. It's just very weird because I don't understand the vision. And overall, like, yeah, I mean, speaking of the same, like, gags with masculine, unmasculine things that characters did, and the sort of, like, implicit mockery of, like, homosexuality is like,
Yeah.
I mean, we also almost done watching Golden Girls, and I feel like that show handled homosexuality better than Friends, honestly. And that show is, like, 20 years older. Or, yeah, 20 or 15 years older.
Older? Wait, how old is Golden Girls?
Let me see when all Golden Girls aired.
By the way, Melissa Mand in the chat is saying also Chandler is the best. So agreeing with me. I don't know.
85. Okay, 10 years older.
85?
10 years old.
Wow. That is old.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I didn't like realize this is in the 80s. Wow, okay. All right. Learn
it's
something.
Also quite a few seasons, and yeah. So that, I mean, it's not such a prominent gag. Like, that's another thing, because I feel like over the seasons there was quite a number of these episodes. Where the bracelet episode, where Joey gave Chandler a bracelet, I couldn't for shit figure out what was the problem with that episode. What was the gag? Was it the present or the bracelet or the fact that Joey gave it?
You mean the watch, the golden watch?
No, not the watch. It was when, like, some kind of French bracelet or something that Joey gave to Chandler.
Yeah.
And then he was refusing to wear it, and I was like, I just don't get it. It doesn't compute in my mind. The pink shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, well.
So I finished that, and Morris told me that I have to watch Will and Grace.
Will and Grace. I haven't watched Will and Grace. Maybe that's that's the new TV series also for us.
Yeah, I watched 2 episodes so far. It already has I already kind of understand the characters. I'm like, okay, I'm on board with this. It's interesting because it's quite kind of like a popular sitcom that does prominently feature gay characters in it. Like, they're like the leads of the show, basically.
Yeah.
Or some of the main characters.
Yeah. So
I can already tell there's a completely different vibe, than Friends. But overall, yes, Friends is a good show. I would recommend.
Yeah.
Anybody who is interested in comedy to watch Friends.
Yeah.
I mean, it's considered one of the better sitcoms for a reason, I feel like.
Yeah. And from my side, I spoke briefly about Apple TV. can't really recommend it as of right now for me. I mean, imagining paying for it, holy, nah. If there would be like maybe Ted Lasso, we'll see. Maybe Ted Lasso, but honestly, it's definitely well produced. I will give it that. The camera work and everything looks on par, but I don't know, the corny jokes and stuff. So we'll see.
In fairness, it is quite cheap. It's €5, I think, compared to like 50 on Netflix and stuff. So there is that.
Yeah, but honestly, when you watch those three things already, okay, there will be some hotly, wildly anticipated. It's again with the space something. It was something with space again, but and we tried even like some kind of a weird. Okay, we tried even on Apple TV. We tried a really experimental like Apple original TV series, which is called Calls. Just Calls.
Haven't heard of that.
Have you heard about it?
No.
Yeah, man. Imagine a TV series where there is no visuals. So it is exactly what it sounds.
Okay, I can't imagine a TV show. I don't know about such TV show, but I immediately think of a game that does exactly that. Okay, and it is. What is the purpose?
And okay, I will wait. I will just show you like a few seconds of it. So the whole series
Get banned.
is wait. They do some kind of a visualization. I don't know if you can tell, but so this is
like some kind of,
this is the TV series in action right now. This is what you will see.
Okay.
You will see a phone call between two people or three. Or, yeah.
Oh, that sounds interesting. What is it? Like a drama?
It's like this is like a weird, like a very experimental one for me. So you will witness basically hearing other people talk in like an action like drama action. So it's very suspenseful, yes, but only with your ears, which is like, that's a bold choice. I feel like I don't know how I feel about it, because
I'm kind of into that.
maybe.
I do like when studios do some kind of like experiment.
Yeah, experimenting is definitely. I'm in the favor of experimenting also, but yeah, this is like, wow. So you really have to, I don't know, engage people with just a voice, which is
basically a podcast at that point.
Yeah.
Scripted podcast, right? Like a radio drama, right? Like you would have in the UK. They like that stuff. Plays on the radio.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Yeah, I also have Apple TV Plus for the same reason. I got a year free. I haven't seen a single thing. But it does strike me as the service that you sort of like subscribe to for a month. Watch the 3-4 shows that seem interesting to you. Unsubscribe from it, and then subscribe like 6 months later when there is more stuff on it that you might find interesting. Yeah. Which is fine. I mean, we can't all be subscribed to all subscription services.
Yeah.
You know, you can't. I mean, if you want to, of course you can. But like, that's not like. We even now consider unsubscribing from Netflix for like a month to watch, especially now that I'm done with Friends. So that was like the main thing that I was watching.
Yep.
That maybe subscribe to Amazon Prime, whatever it's called, Prime TV.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, watch like The Boys and what else is there? The Man in High Castle is supposed to be quite good on Amazon. Yeah, I think it's perfectly fine to just kind of hop around.
How much was it? Amazon Prime? Do you know? Or not sure? Okay, yeah.
I think Netflix is now like the most expensive one.
Yeah, probably. Most likely, yeah.
I want to say like €10 or more.
Yeah.
For Amazon?
Yeah, probably something like that. All right.
Yeah, Netflix is unreasonably expensive at this point,
Mm,
especially considering the the pace at which they just cut off shows left and right without ever finishing
yeah.
them. It's like, well, what am I paying for exactly?
Yeah.
That I can watch a pilot season of every show that you make, and then
Yeah.
you maybe will make a second season for like
Yeah.
20% of those.
Yeah.
It's like,
That's what I felt like pretty much. So yeah. All right. That's for now. If we end it in 5 minutes, then we are under in 2 hours. So.
yes, I know. Well, to be fair, we finished all the
Oh yeah. In an hour.
in an hour and a half.
In an
or
hour.
so it was mostly just random stock. Do you have any like recommendations for people for musics and stuff like you normally do?
I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. I've been listening to some random, every kind of random. Okay, Frank Moody is an artist based in London that released an album. Specifically, the single "Big Cheese." I don't know.
Big cheese.
Big Cheese. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. I don't know.
Okay, say it again. The name of the artist.
Frank Moody.
Frank Moody.
Frank
Okay.
with a C, not with a K. And yeah, I don't know. It's it's funk. It's more funky, so it's, I don't know, not for everybody, but yeah, for me, yeah, good. I don't know. Yeah, so yeah, this week was so busy. I can't really.
Right.
I don't know.
I will take the mantle because you've been sharing your other interests that extend beyond tech stuff, and I'm also gonna do that. So beyond tech and video games, although to be honest, I also watch Friends and also Queen's Gambit, so I also was recommending something. But today I'm gonna shout out a YouTuber that I watch. Well, she doesn't make that many videos. It's like a different kind of YouTuber. Her name is Natalie Wynn, but she is mostly known on the internet as ContraPoints.
ContraPoints.
Yes. She makes like essays, like video essays, and she talks about basically all the different things in like modern politics and societal issues and, I don't know, race and gender and some philosophy stuff. I think she's a PhD dropout in philosophy, and she decided to make YouTube videos instead. So it's like very high production value, like kind of like films, basically. Very long videos as well, very like detailed and quite dense.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of like philosophy and politics in it. But I think she does a good job of like breaking that down. So it's also entertaining.
Very
and also informational.
Interesting atmospheric like thumbnails. If the video is anything like the thumbnails, wow.
Yeah, I saw that. It's costume changes, makeup.
Wow, yeah.
If I had a recommendation, if anybody is interested, to watch it like in order, sort of, in order from oldest to newest, because there is some kind of like cinematic universe happening, because there are returning characters and alter egos and plot points from the previous episodes. And it's also interesting because she is a trans woman, so she started transitioning a couple years ago at this point, yeah. And if you watch sequentially, you can kind of see like the process, sort of. And she talks about it all the time, and like it's also educational in that way. So yeah, if you like politics and philosophy and internet, social media conversations, things like that, I would definitely recommend. But they are very long. Like, I think one of her recent videos is like 2 hours long.
Yeah. Wow.
So it is like,
Okay.
it is definitely a lot.
Yeah.
But it's very entertaining, and she's like
honestly, I'm seeing her for the first time, and this attention to the costumes and the background and everything, wow, this is a work and a half.
Yeah, so as I understand, she writes and acts and directs the videos herself. and she just has somebody who like helps her with the camera work and stuff like that. But she's basically one woman cinema.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And it's also like good content, it's also like very informational.
Yeah, I wish I had anything to recommend to you guys anyway, but I'm not.
Well, that's okay. You can skip 1 week. Next week you will
Yeah, next week
have new things to talk about.
I will get you back. All right, so 59 minutes. All right, thank you for watching. And
Yes, thank you everybody for joining us.
yes, and
maybe we aren't meant to do less than like an hour and a half.
maybe we aren't.
Maybe it's like the natural thing where we spend 1 hour talking about like news.
All right.
And the next hour talking about random stuff, and people can choose. You want to tune into just the informational stuff, you can do that. And if you want to just join in for some random talk about friends and music and stuff, you can do that.
Yeah.
Stunning.
All right, but it has been a pleasure to nerd out with my favorite nerd here. So, all right,
always.
And see you again on the next one.
Yeah, next week, next something.
Yeah, all right. Bye.